Hello, my dear Taurus. Hello, this is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to my channel, Tarot of the Twin Sun. I'll be doing a great mirror reading for you for the month of February, mid-February 2020. This is the energy between you, someone else, and the energy that is between you two. It's a reflexive reading, and essentially we'll be covering energies and influences between you and a significant lover or friend. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with this deck. This deck is an 1890 deck. It's from Paris, France, about 130 years old. It's the BP Grimal deck. So I'll shuffle up. Please clear your mind if you can. Let whatever energies flow through, flow through. If you have any memories, let them flow through. Okay, this deck is ready. Okay. So there is the suggestion of a fear that is here, that is holding you back in a certain way from a connection with someone else. The fear is mutual. It's not only the fear that you have of them, it's the fear that they have of you. And it is instilling a sense of artificial withholding here. There is the sense that you guys are in constant defense mode with each other. And this is stemming from a loyalty to a deep secret that has to end. A secret that has to end, that has to do with the cycle of unfinished business between you and someone who has not been able to express themselves to you. This is a very deep connection that is based on almost forbidden love. Okay? Now, my dear Taurus, that is you. That column is you. This is the person you're dealing with. And this is the energy between you two. Whoa, incredible. Okay, so I'm going to clarify using the Legitimo Tarot deck here. I'll do a few shuffles and meditate on the images of the cards now. Okay, I am ready, more or less. This deck is ready as well. On the soul level, my dear Taurus, there's the energy of the Queen of Swords here on your end. There's something about you that is standing in a higher elevation of what you usually would do with this connection. There is a sense that there is a need for justice and fairness on your end, and a sense that your intuition is somewhat blocked when this situation comes into being or into fruition. Um, it's something that you wanted to protect yourself from. When you met this person, you didn't really want to invest in them because you thought that it would create imbalance, and something was telling you intuitively not to invest into it anyways. But there was something about knowledge knowledge about a strong commitment that you wanted to have with this person. That was a sense of enlightenment for you, something that had to be learned through a promise that you want to keep, you wanted to make with this person. Something about your soul wanted to learn something through a promise that you wanted to keep with this person, but also intuitively, it's as if your defenses were placed in the wrong place, and perhaps you were overthinking the soul connection with this, even though there was some feeling and some intuitive hit that this would possibly go south. On their end, they have the Nine of Rods. This is a person that is very wounded by the connection, and perhaps there is some past karma about this in a past life, some very intense warlike behavior, and learning from, in a way, post-traumatic stress. The connection that exists between you two is very deep and very profound, but it's based on secret love, a repression of love that cannot be totally consummated. But we have Dos Amantes here, the Lovers card, number 6 in the Major Arcana, and it is very strong. The connection is very strong, but it has to do with almost triangular desire. There is the element of other lovers, or perhaps choices that have to be made in love. Very strong, but it's like the kind of love that's like Romeo and Juliet here. There is the need for them to know something about the path. Even if they walk a different path from you, there is something leading both of you together to some sort of ending that is reviving from the past. This is someone who you've met in a past life, and they can definitely feel this when they look into your eyes, which are usually averted somewhere else. Okay? You have been protecting yourself from others in general. There's something about your intuition that you are constantly listening to, and you are very protective of your energy. But this love made you shift in a certain way, and it was forbidden. It's like forbidden fruit for you. Now, on the magical level, on the level of intent as well as manifestation, what you guys are trying to bring here, there is the energy on your end of the Knight of Pentacles, and it's faced away from the situation. You are committed to something else away from this person, and this person's desires also reflect in that their desires are moving off to something else to control some sort of energy that they may or may not have for you that is of their highest concern to rise to power. You are also committed very slowly into something else outside of this situation that has most of your method and your approach locked down. Okay, very interesting. Now, between you two, on what you're trying to manifest is this energy of transformation through death, consummation of an instance of either a transaction of energy or a taking away of a certain type of ego dynamic or some sort of stratification. There's something that is toxic here that needs to be relieved, and there's a message here that needs to be sent that won't be sent. Communication is very poor between you two, and something has died here that is not being able to be celebrated, and your lives seem to be on convergent paths. But this person knows that there's something about this whole cycle that is very repetitive in a certain way. It happens again and again in different ways, different mediums, okay, different lifetimes. Here, there is also something about the repressed nature of love here that stems from childhood, something from childhood that you are devoted to, that you are constantly trying to appease, but then not being able to live out fully. Taurus, your energy is here strong, and there is a need for them to provide some sort of secret gift through to something else, or they're receiving something else from an outside source that has to do with a type of judgment, okay, a type of reliving something. Very confusing energy here. I can say that there is a huge amount of transformation that has to do with communication of some sort, about something that has been holding back. Lots of Scorpio energy here, loads of it, as well as Leo, as well as Gemini. Okay, strong indications of those three signs. On a conscious level here, There's a strong indication here that you're going through a tower moment, some sort of falling out and restructuring of a structure that no longer is serving your purpose. There's the indication of a loss of power, but also a gain of power through rebuilding, through reconstruction of something that was once causing a great deal of haze for you. Perhaps the situation that existed between you and this person is now being rethought out, or perhaps you're going on a personal spiritual change that has very much heavily affected you, and it's also scorpionic. Scorpio is really deeply intensely here. If you have a Scorpio ascendant or Venus in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio, something like this, there might be some sort of complexion in which you are going through a very personal change. And perhaps they see this, perhaps that you see them as a sense of change. You may desire them because they can control their desires, perhaps, but also you are committed to something that needs to change, something from the past inside the present, and you are manifesting this tower yourself. There's something about self-mastery here that comes into play, and it's going to lead you out of the fog of your mind, if there is one. Also, between you two, they have a great deal of passion, and this passion is reflected to the self. They are self-invested in whatever they're passionate about, and it has to do with the truth, a truth about some sort of missing aspect within the doors that exist between you and this person in this relationship. Something needs to fall in order to be revived. There's a lot of fear here as well, fear from the tower as well as fear from death. Also fear of commitment here, conscious level. We have your energy here, Taurus, facing them and offering, in a way, a type of holy communion or holy sort of conciliation here. Very intense, because also it's a subtle energy, and there's this feeling of martyrdom and perhaps a message that needs to be sent in order for there to be a commitment solidified. But there's a lot of transformation going on your end, as well as mutual transformation, as well as the Lover's card here. Very intense, strong love connection here that forces both of you to transform and walk paths. But this person's path is very interesting in that they are being led by passions and going elsewhere to find their own sense of purpose. And perhaps you see this in a distance and you want to change a way about yourself in order to be loyal not only to the past but to the present as well as into the future. Be loyal and be authentic, becoming more authentic version of yourself, with the tower as well as death here indicating a transformation of sorts, a very profound one. Bottom of the deck we have here the 23 card in reverse. There's something about your motivations that are no longer concerned with self-preservation and the need to survive. There's something about these fears that are not based on survival, but they're based on mere patterns that you've been so rigorously walking and trotting, and the stamina while on these paths have been the stamina has been really challenged. But then now there's like a breaking point, and perhaps there will be something taken away from you so that you can elevate and somehow turn this person's head, which has been elsewhere for a while. Alright, my dear Taurus, hopefully that helps. I want to read more, but I think I'll set that down for now. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you will. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Goodbye.